Okie dokie, welcome back, murder fans. Let's get back into Blake Manor. Alright, we are doing the hidings, we are finding the things. Why does it keep putting me back into his thing when we're all done with it already? So the things that we're working on, I don't actually know. We sort of keep running to an end. There's not really anything else that we can... Unless we just start asking everyone about Seamus. Like, it's just... I don't know who might have that information. Aside from the kid, because apparently he knows stuff about the Gnostic symbols and things. But yeah, let's give that a go, I guess. There's other people here, so... Actually, the doctor might know, because he's the one supplying the drugs, right? Okay. The final race to settle Ireland. So he knows stuff about the Milesians. Interesting. Alright, what does he know about Lorcan? I don't have a lot to discuss with priests. They tend to find my approach to things unorthodox. I'm surprised to see a man of cloth at the event. I do not buy his just keeping an eye on things line, not for one moment. No, he was looking for the treasure. We know that. Okay, what can you tell us about Seamus? He's very friendly at first, but cooled off when it became clear I wasn't the kind of doctor he was hoping for, which is one who's happy to dole out medicine freely and unquestioningly. The grimoire? Some terribly strong magic in these pages, Mr. Ward. Can you tell me what the sigils mean? Well, Oscal means open, Jun means close or shut. Whatever those sigils open or close, I cannot say, but they radiate power even off the page. It's the kind of thing I'd leave for the expert, speaking as an expert of sorts. Wait, who's the other person? The missing person. Do you know Miss Dean comes from a powerful bloodline? I didn't, though I'd expect nothing less from a practitioner of her caliber. Blood counts for more than it should, I know. But magically, certainly hers seems unparalleled. Okay, so you can't tell me about the priest or the young'un. What do you know about Coventry? Didn't speak much. He's very polite, but I notice he can say a lot without sharing much. He's eating patients all the time. They think they can talk around why they want to Mercury, when all they need is to admit they caught syphilis in a brothel. Makes me wonder what he's trying so hard not to say. Interesting. What do you know about Morrigan? Phantom Queen. Look, Mr. Ward, it's important to note we have 3 sources for all this. The writings of Catholic monks, so an agenda has to be acknowledged there. The second are followers who believe to have had encounters with the entities in question, again with an agenda. And the third? Pure fiction. Entertainment inspired by the first 2 sources. But the problem is they become so intertwined, and all are as true and false as another. So take everything you hear with that in mind. So the Morrigan, a powerful goddess and war witch who can strike fear into the hearts of her foes and bolster the courage of those on her side. Many a war was won or lost based on her favour, and that's how she's often painted, a war goddess, but she's more than that. She's a triple goddess, so when all aspects are viewed together, a softer image comes up. A protector goddess, a fierce one, yes, but a protector nonetheless. One of the island's old gods. People focus on his smithing, but he was also the hospitaller of the Tuatha De Danann. It said one of his meals could protect you from sickness and decay, that he brewed an ale that would grant immortality to any who drank it. Along with this, he was a healer of sorts. He crafted living metal to bring mobility to any of the Tuatha who needed them. Do you know anything about Tir na Og? I'm assuming you know it's the old Irish afterlife, as such, or since you're Catholic, our version of heaven. I say our as Irish people, but also this is what I believe in, so take what you say with a grain of salt. There are many things that separate it from heaven, of course. I think the most significant is accessibility. Catholics have to die to get into heaven, but we pagans can find a way to the other world by less final means. It's not a true physical place, of course, and defies physical rules. You can access it via the sea or via passageways on the land. Once mankind learns to fly, mark my words. We'll find gateways up there too. Hey, Rosie. Hope stream's going well. Can't quite recall which, but some faiths took up the idea that heaven is up there, very literally crossed over between birds and angels, etc., etc. I've even experimented with it, entering via the dream space, but I digress. To be clear, I'm not talking mythologically here. There are stories of the young Oshan, the Fianna, went and came back hundreds of years later, of course. But we, you and I, could hop on horses and get to a passageway by the day's end, and it would need to be day's end, for they are stronger at night. Or, if fear is right, and this is a place of power, then we could remove the need for horses entirely. Gotten close to the threshold of the other world a few times, and it's part of my training. But going there and coming back are not the same thing. I've only gotten so close. And that was enough for me. Huh. Too much about the Calic? Or is she sometimes unfavorably called the Winter Hag? Her time is upon us. She rules from Samhain to Beltane. Samhain being commonly known as Halloween, Beltane as Main first, and ruled over by Breed. She ushers in the cold, the dark, the wet. She guides the old and sick to the other world in that time. Then comes May. She's gone again to rest. Your hand's okay. I work with chemicals, carbolic acid to sterilize wounds, and various others to develop pictures. Okay, so that's fine for him. And the cross? You know, it's a habit, settles patience. I forgot I even had it on. I'm a pagan myself, but this is Ireland. A strong sense of guilt and shame has been bred into even the freest of us. I've only got a few more minutes till the people are free, so let's onward press. Do you know the Marquess at all? Not really. I left for my study a long time ago, and when I came back I had no reason to visit this place. The man I see now, though, bears no resemblance to the vibrant man I recall from my youth. Okay. We've already spoken to him about her. That was Garrett. I think we're pretty on top of everything now with him.
I have to be well.
Alright, let's ask some more people about our friend over there. Me again? Yes, I need to talk to you about some things. Seamus. That bum, Mr. Doyle, this place might run a bit better if he spent a bit more time porting and less time flirting with guests. I have half a mind to take this cane to him. You're a dick. Okay. Okay. You're good.
I'll be off, Mr.
Don't let me...
Yeah. And you, Miss Darcy?
Mr. Ward.
Yes. $6.58. Seamus. I think I might have gently suggested he be more careful with my bags. It's his main function. He should be good at it. Okay. You spoken to Father Sinnott? Yes. We talked a long while, long enough for him to pass judgment. He suggested I repent and leave. Why would I listen to him? I'm not here looking for a religion, and I'm certainly not here to confess my sins.
That was all.
Good day,
Okay,
Mr.
there
Ward.
we go. 7 p.m. Okay, the bar closed at 7. We're being kicked out. We're being evicted. Oh, you're here. Okay, 7 p.m. We are now looking for Where are ya? Where are ya? Barbosa, she's in the telegraph room. Alright. Oh? No, it's fine. Alright, let's get to the telegraph room. It's interesting if the bar was only open for an hour, like... But it seems to still be open. Alright, so the telegraph room's at the front, so we'll go back through the atrium. And then we need to get to the very front of the building. Over this way. Mr. Coventry, who is
Mr. Ward.
still lying to me. But I don't think I can ask him about the shit that I know, and it's really irritating. Like, I don't know why he's lying about his non-existent wife. But there doesn't seem to be anything else I can ask him. I don't know if he'd know anything about Father Lorcan. Curious sort, isn't he? Very stern. Though I suppose in some ways this is a rather serious event, so I can't truthfully blame him for it. He spends a lot of time wandering the grounds, blessing it for what he comes to tell me. Okay, I've already spoke. I haven't. Doyle is his name, isn't it? I don't want to spread rumours, but I think he might have been drunk or something when he took my bags. Suppose we all have our crosses to bear. Okay. And I think we've already asked him about himself, so that's as
Good
much as
day, and to you.
we're gonna get. I really do not know what I've missed with him. Or again, if it's something we can't do until we get to the other place. But at least we can knock these ones off. Miss Barbosa, hi. What's she getting pissy at me for? I didn't do it.
Well, I thought this might be useful to you, miss. It's research of the O'Connor family. I notice it bears the same crest as your brooch.
What? But this is... There's so much detail here. Where did you get this?
It's Miss Quinn's work. She's been researching the O'Connor family for a ritual she wants to conduct. The woman she's focused on, a Biddy Eve O'Connor, had a son who emigrated. I was hoping you would check the date of his departure against that of your father.
Yes, they line up. But his name is Seamus O'Connor, not Shay. A cousin, maybe.
Hang on, I can't believe I didn't make the connection before now. But Shay is often used as a shorthand for Seamus.
So I have been looking for the wrong name?
It is possible. Or we may have the wrong man altogether.
So, this doesn't mean...
No, it does not. But Miss Quinn says her ritual is a matter of life and death, and that she requires an item from that family, which, it turns out, may be your family. So, do you think she might borrow that brooch of yours for her purpose? If she is right, it would not only help her, but also confirm we have the right man.
Then how can I refuse? Come, let us find the Queen woman.
Dr. Quinn, medicine woman?
Thank you, Miss Barbosa. This could well save the lives of the last people that truly matter to me.
I do not understand how being in a bathroom with two strangers is helping, but I'm eager to learn.
And I appreciate it. All right. One more time. Hear me, Biddy Eve O'Connor. I call you from beyond the grave. Hear me, child of the family you damned. Hear me, so that we may bury all this grief.
Santo Cristo, fantasma.
Are you Biddy Eve O'Connor? The same Biddy Eve O'Connor that cursed Fionn Quinn and his descendants? Good. My name is Quarantine Quinn. I am of the third generation of the Quinn family since Fionn Quinn, and now one of the three of us that remain. It is myself and my two sisters. The people that wronged you, and they did wrong you, I will not deny it. They're long since dead by your curse. My ancestors sinned against you, but we did not. For the sake of my life, for my dear sisters' lives, I implore you to release us from your curse. Would you consider this? Now the man who hurt you so is dead. Excellent. All right. Let me think. Do you require your bones to be laid to rest?
What does that mean?
If too many candles blow out, the ritual will be over, spent, and I will have lost my chance. My family will be doomed.
Oh,
Do you have some unfinished business here that I could see to on your behalf?
how many candles are too many?
I don't know, but I don't like the chances. The spell is already failing. I don't think it will survive another wrong question, another extinguished candle.
What did your ancestors do to deserve all this?
They betrayed their fellow Catholics to the crown, and then they took the land. Oh, maybe, Biddy O'Connor, you would have me relinquish my claim on that land, the money from it. Oh, why didn't I see it? Miss Barbosa, Inez, would you accept the Quinn lands and the money we made from it?
What?
It was ill-got. It shouldn't be ours. And if it will satisfy Biddy O'Connor for her descendant to have it, will you take it? Please.
You are serious? Yes. I will accept it.
Wahoo!
Biddy Eve O'Connor, from the bottom of my heart, I offer you my deepest apologies for all the wrong done to you. And my promise, the Quinn fortune will go to Inez Barbosa. She can do with it as she likes. I will relinquish every acre and every penny of it immediately. This I swear to you on my honor and my life. And if that's all that need be said, then I bid you goodbye, Biddy O'Connor, and thank you. May you rest in peace. Come, Miss Barbosa. We'll go to the telegraph room and send word to my lawyers so they can get the paperwork in order.
Lead the way, I suppose.
You'll be needed too, Mr. Ward. To witness. Come along, would you?
Yay! Easy fix for two people. Dunsky. Thank you for the lurk, Atari. I hope you're doing well.
I know this is a seance, but I did not expect to see a ghost quite so close. And for her to be my grandmother.
Yes. I am sure it is a lot to take in.
Thanks, Sky.
That hardly matters now. I'm going to write to my solicitor and have him prepare everything for you. All we will need then is to get the deeds to you. Now, you sign here to prove you accepted them. Then you here, Mr. Ward, as witness.
So you are serious? It was not a lie to trick the spirit.
Well, completely and utterly serious, Miss Barbosa. One does not trick ghosts and come off the better for it.
Inês. Just call me Inês. All this? It's hard to comprehend.
Well, you have the rest of your life to get your head around it, Inez. And now, and if I am to call you that, then you must call me Quarantine. I've always hated Miss Quinn.
If you say so, Quarantine. Plenty of time to get familiar now, yes?
Isn't there just? But you know, I think I am done with summoning the damned. I'm going to skip the seance and do something I've not done for some time. Think about the future.
Very good. And I I now have my father's real name, Seamus O'Connor. As much as I value the lands and wealth, that is the real treasure in all of this.
Aww. Miss Quinn removed the generational curse on her family by returning their lands and wealth to those wronged. Alright, so... Let's go in here so it... Yeah, there we go. Quinn's cleared up. And... Why do I need to make a hypothesis? She got what she wanted. Oh my gosh. Barbara's goal is to start a new life in her father's homeland now that her old life has gone up in flames. Wait.
Miss Barbosa came here to outrun her criminal records and start a new life in her father's homeland. I should find and confront her about this.
The wildness that we have to confront her about that shit. Does she know anything about... Have we already asked her? We've got... No, we already asked her about Seamus, but does she know anything about Father Lorca? Catholic, of course, we have spoken, but what would a priest want from a thing like this? Surely he, more than anyone, has enough authority on what lies after death? A question we all have, my friend. Okay, nothing else here that she can help us with, so let's get the confrontation done.
Well, yes, that's about it. And I think that appears to be going well for me. Yes? Still, I have learned much about the summoning of ghosts, and I have my father's name now. Do you think I could see him somehow?
Did you know you can't use beef stew as a password? Apparently it's not stroganoff. Oh my lord. OC, that's fantastic. Fantastic. I love it. I love it. The spirit camera. The spirit camera. So can I... Why does it keep going back into the same one every freaking time? Okay, so we want to go into the spirit camera. Can I just go... Yeah, let's go talk to the dude about it. Oh, do I have to talk to her maybe at all? Let's see if he's got anything for us. Oh, okay, so I literally can't ask her about that. Alright, that's fine.
I have to be...
Sure.
We don't need to waste time. It's in the bar. In the bar. So... We're definitely clearing out some shit. Hello.
Mr.
Alright.
Miss Barbosa is after a photograph of her late father. Do you know how I might be able to get something like that?
You're looking for spirit photography there. And it just so happens, I might well be able to help you. I will need her father's name to summon him for the photograph.
I have it already. His name was Seamus Shea O'Connor.
Seamus O'Connor? All right then. Why don't we find Miss Barbosa and go get set up? Now, You need to hold still. Very still, if you would.
Mm-hmm.
Aww.
I think it turned out quite well. How do you like it?
I love it.
It's generally understood that the clearer an image one attains, and the closer the spirit is to the subject, the more present they are. Which is to say, your father seems to be watching over you.
Oh, thank you for this. Really.
You're most welcome, Miss Barbosa. Sincerely.
Well, another satisfied customer.
I'll develop another copy for you, just in case something happens to the first one.
Does she need to be scowling like that?
You don't have to do that.
Nonsense. It's no trouble. I'll get it to you just as soon as I'm able. Your father's name, I take it he was Irish?
He was. That's how I came to be here.
And how do you find it now you're here?
It would be hard to explain how much this magic house has done for me this day. And now that I have this image, I feel no desire to attend this seance. What is...
Father's name, picture, and ownership of his old land. Barbosa's ready to start a new start is ready to begin. There's only a few people left to sort out. Alright, it's another one off the list. I wonder if I've gathered enough facts. What are we looking for? Who kidnapped the person? These people are all free. I'm pretty sure any of them would have confessed at this point if we knew. Okay, so... medium shoes, no pre-manor history. They know the grounds or have maps. They're not staff, they're Christian, and they're not in mourning. Okay, so let's go through and knock off the people. It's not you. Where'd my staff go? I can't even remember who works here. Hunter, Doyle, Murphy. That went to a weird spot. And Varley. Is this none of the staff? They are a Christian. Okay, we know Hisham is a Muslim. Mantavani is Catholic and medium booties. Gonna place it early 20s. He's Catholic. I don't know what his shoe size was. We didn't ask him yet. Quinn is a Protestant. We don't know what her shoe size is either. Jackson, Protestant. She's a medium-sized shoes. Excellent. She wears a Celtic-inspired holy cross. She's a magic user. I don't think it's her. Welcome in. How you doing today? Atheist. Definitely not him. He was kidnapped. Barbosa's Catholic. I don't know what a shoe size is like. Protestant. Dupre. He's a voodooist. Sinner is Gnostic. Yeah, he's a Catholic priest. Alright, down here. Holy Cross, he is pagan. O'Darcy is Protestant. Her shoes are medium. Scarrett is Protestant. We don't know about his shoe size. Protestant, no shoe size. Lau. Protestant and medium. I'm pretty sure we're going to understand that the child is not a... Or maybe he is. Alright. Able to write. They use magic in the kidnapping. Okay, did I already rule out that lady that can't use magic? No, we didn't. Erickson is not... Oh. Erickson is not a magic user, so we can take her out because she was upset that she can't use it. So it's definitely not her. Alright, we're getting the numbers down. They have no pre-mana history. Okay, Barbosa. Miss Dean was aware of the bounty on her head. So we don't know if they... I can't remember who had maps. Or not. Not in mourning. Okay, so... she's in mourning. Coventry's pretending to be in mourning, so it's not her. I just don't know how they're defining pre-mana history. Like, I don't know who was, they have no pre-mana history. So she was being blackmailed before she got here. Like, that didn't happen on arrival. So they came here because they were being blackmailed, right? That was the thing. Miss Callahan's note states she has no magical talents. Okay, so she's not... oops. Oh. Did that... okay, so it can't be Barbosa because she can't use magic. Now, we know it's not Scarrett because he was removed from the thing, failed his attempts to learn magic, so it can't be Scarrett. Darcy... never been in the area before. She does not mourn her husband. She cannot use magic. Okay. Okay, that's down another one. We're getting there slowly. Working on it. Alright. She still mourns her late husband. They are not in mourning, so it can't be her. McLeod. We don't know. We might go check some of the shoes for the leftovers that we've got. Coventry, we don't know what size his shoes are. Okay, who have we got left? Montavani. She's got the medium feats. So we got 5 out of 8 facts about her. But I don't know whether or not she knew the person before coming here. So we need to ask her about her. Blake. We haven't gone into his room yet either. Alright, let's do some room hunting. I don't know if people are going to be in their rooms. Alright, let's have a look. Doesn't look like anyone's in their room currently. Miss Hisham. Was Hisham? We ruled her out because she's a Muslim. She's fine. Okay, well, let's do some digging, I guess. Dupre, Callahan, and Callahan. We've ruled out that one. The Callahans aren't Christian, so it's not them. It's not Hisham. What about Darcy, Quinn, O'Mara? Okay. It could be O'Mara, Quinn. Are they all medium shoes? We haven't done his shoe size. We haven't done her shoe size either. She's in mourning. Doesn't matter. Okay, so Amara we need to check. And Mantovani. Miss Lau? Lau was clear, but her partner isn't. McLeod, who's across. Alright, I guess let's go round. So we'll go down here and then just follow the corridor around and across because we need to check the first room we'll come to. Did we check Sinnott's shoe size? We didn't. No, we did. Medium. Got a lot of facts about him. Gnostic priest and a Catholic priest, so he's both. We don't know. He has incomplete maps of the ground, so he's got the maps. I feel like he's a red herring. It's too obvious for it to be him. You see what I mean? Like, okay. Anyway. So I don't think there's anything else we can get from his room anyways. Alright. So what did I say? Missions, Dupre. It's not Dupre or the Callahans. So the first room will be Mantovani. Okay. Why is that one so noisy and flickering? None of the others have been. Mantovani. I just can't imagine she's got the strength to do what we're accusing of here. Right, where are your shoes? Medium boots. Wait, why wasn't that in her thing? They were in her thing. She's Catholic. There's nothing I can get from her, I don't think, to exonerate her here. Book written by her in the hotel. She's able to write. She's got medium shoes. We just don't know what her relationship is to the Okay. So we're gonna continue out and have a look at Miss McLeod just straight ahead. What are you doing, Mason? Put your feet back. Where's that delay on going in? Okay, shoesies. There they are. They look tiny. Small shoes. Alright, she's out. That is Miss McLeod ruled out. Mr. O'Mara. So what do we got left? We need shoe size for O'Mara. So we already had Sinnott shoe size, didn't we? Yeah. Coventry. So all we need to find is Amara and Coventry. So Coventry's behind. Amara's in the main room. The wrong way. Amara was out here. This room? No, it's Barbosa. Alright, so Erickson? My... Oh, he's in the other area. Alright, well, we'll check Coventry since we're down here. There's less doors to get to Coventry than to Mara, so that's how we're choosing it. Mr. Coventry. Not home. Alright, you got some boots in here, my friend? Mr. Coventry apparently doesn't fucking own shoes. Interesting. Alright. No shoes at all. Can they bring the ones with him? Okay. Beautiful. Any booties for our friend?
My friend.
Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Dress clothes. Gait and stance are quite distinct, but it doesn't tell us what fucking size they are. Are they big or little? It's very irritating. Look, I don't think his shoes are in one of these little drawers, but we're just doing the noom around, you know? Ah. Let's get the trunk. Where is he? What are we looking at? Amara. Very irritating that we don't know what his shoe size is after all that. 8 out of 9. His shoes are distinctly warped. I don't think it is him because I don't think he'd be able to lift someone in that way. Plus also, if his shoes are distinctly warped like that, then it would show one as bigger than the other or whatever. So I don't think it's him. So we're getting down the numbers now. It's Blake, Sinnott, Coventry, or Blake. Is that all I've got left there? And Montavani. But I don't think it's her. Coventry. They know the grounds or have maps. Did Coventry have maps? He doesn't have maps. He studied the manor in great detail. But, oh, yeah. Well, anyone should... Never met Dean before she arrived. Not at least. Incomplete maps. Letters from him in the porter's room. Blake's in mourning. It can't be the boy. But then he can't write, so... Okay. Sinnott, Blake, and Coventry are the only people left that we have open to us. Grounds or have maps. They're not staff, they're a Christian, and they're not in mourning. Okay, well that's everything that we can glean from the rooms themselves. Guess we can go have a chat with the people outside then, because we've still got 45 minutes before the next thingamajig, so I don't really want to waste time by using one of the things to burn minutes. But if we've got some spare time, then we should definitely make use of that and have these conversations that I've been sort of hesitant to for fear of wasting things.
Mr. Ward.
Alright, so... I've asked him about Evelyn. I think everyone who's a suspect has been asked about Evelyn already. But I can't remember the answers. We haven't actually asked the priest about Evelyn. We ruled out Scarrett, didn't we? It's either this guy, the priest, or Blake. Can I ask again? I don't know the woman. Okay, so he didn't really know her, is the thing. Let's see what he knows about Domo. Not probably met, not fellow to see at a gathering like this, but then what do I know about gatherings like this? Quite the character, though. He strikes a mighty portrait, wouldn't you say? Wait, can this guy use magic? Hey, Corrado, how you doing? Well, come on in. Heard this manor's haunted. Have you seen anything of the type? Well, I wouldn't call it a haunting, but sometimes I hear people talking before I walk into the room. There's no one there, of course, and it seems the same conversation each time. Can't make any of it out, really. Probably just old pipes. Do you know anything about the Fae? Perhaps we best not talk about them for the sake of the superstitious guests, I mean. I don't want to upset anyone. Can he use magic? I don't know if he's magic or not. And I don't really know. With the painting of Dean. No mementos of his wife. And we have to discuss the will with the child. Let's ask about this ball. I've been to anything like it. When you get to my age, you think you've seen everything. Evidently, I was wrong. I saw a great many things. I had conversations with all manner of near-human things. It should have been terrifying, but it was all so exhilarating. I'm left entirely drained by it today, though.
Good auntie.
I suppose we could do all these reflections and stuff, but I just don't think it's helpful. Dear, 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 dear. We did unlock some research stuff, so maybe that's what we need to do. Go to the library and click on a bunch of books until we sort it out. Suggests an ad coming in about 3 minutes. Second sight. Well, we've already dealt with the second sight person. Apparently I haven't looked at any of these. She's telling us about seances, ghosts, and mystics. I don't think it can be him because I don't think he knows anything about or any of this. Okay, so it's not spiritualism. Have we got anything on the Blakes? Oh. Okay, this isn't the Blakes. The Blakes are only on the other side. I thought it was like one wall across the back, but it's not. Have we found the Green Prince yet? Unfortunately not. We're working on it though. There's a table in the way. Irish folklore. Anything in here? Oh, there's a bunch of things we haven't clicked on in here. Banshee. Topic unlocked keening. I wonder what that'd be under. Swifner. Manus of Swifner tells the story of Swifner MacCormain, the king of Dal Naridi, a region of northeast of Ireland. He tried to expel Bishop Ronan from the church activities on his land. Swifner eventually attempts to murder the bishop and succeeds in killing the bishop's psalmists with a spear. In response, Bishop Ronan would curse Swifner that he would wander the land like a bird, and second, that he would eventually die by the spear, just as he had killed the monk. The tale describes how Swifner wandered the world as a madman, moving from tree to tree until he eventually dies in the very way the curse was detailed. Throughout his mad wandering, Swifner occasionally stops at each location to recite a poem. Some say that anyone who sees the bird or hears the poem will be driven to madness. Hey kitty, how you doing, lovely? Have you slept yet? Okay, so it unlocked that probably on Irish mythology. 4 cycles of Irish mythology. Well, what's the keening under? If it's not in here, folklore and ghost tales. Took a nap in the evening, so I'm going. Oh no. That's always so frustrating. I have that problem a lot. Irish history? Okay. Keening. Lamenting over the dead, an ancient custom practice in Ireland. Irish word for keening, Sina. Keena, maybe? Closely resembles the Hebrew Keena, meaning lamentation or weeping with the clapping of hands. Can I start my day early then doing work? Oh no. Traditionally, Irish bards led the funeral songs and addressed the deceased genealogy, rank, possessions, virtues, and vices, but over time, hired mourners, often women, took over. Till about the middle of the last century, the custom was very generally adhered to in Ireland, as well as in families of the highest condition, as among those of the lower orders. Of late years, the custom has fallen into disuse and is now of rare occurrence, except in a few very old families, and amongst the peasantry has become more of a wordless, mournful cry. I wonder why that was important. Year of the slaughter. The first year of first of Ireland's 3 famines. Tsunami. Ireland got hit by a tsunami? Ooh. Okay. So we didn't get anything from that lot. We've checked the mythology. That's all red. Let's have a look at world mythology. See if we can find anything in here. Vampires. Undead humans who survive by draining the blood of the living, a common supernatural element in most European cultures. Examples include Albanian Strega, Greek Uvurkolakas, Romanian Strigoi, and Irish Abatak. The Irish Abatak was called a dwarf for its childlike proportions, Despite its anger and bloodthirst, its subjects were drawn to it as if under a spell. They are nigh impossible to kill, being vulnerable only to the wood from the yew tree. Even then, once killed, it needs to be buried upside down and weighed down with a stone of such a size it would take at least 5 good men to move it. For these reasons, it's said that once the land is plagued by that, they are never truly free of it, that it will return to feed on generation after generation. Oh my gosh, is their son a vampire? Is that what that is? He a vampire? Archaeology. No pictures. Oh, we've already done the stuff for this, but you know. Ah, that's fucking he jump scared me so bad just then. Existentialism and nihilism. I'll look up dreams. Yeah, we don't understand them. Very good. Okay, so there's nothing really helpful in there. There's some that have red and some that have like yellow text, and I don't know what the difference is. We haven't unlocked any sciences. Medicine, I think we've only opened the... We haven't looked up laudanum, but we know what it is. It's just a pain med. Quinine. So I wonder if we're gonna be able to get the yew wood, because I feel like there's gonna be something to do with the thing, right? White heather. This ling is typically pink and purple, but a rare variety of ling with white flowers is observed to be growing in the region. White heather is associated with battles and conflict, but thought to bring good luck to anyone who carries it. Inclusion in bridal bouquets. That explains her hat. Captain of the forest. Okay, so this is to do with the stuff in Brazil and the slave trades. Afro-Brazilian slaves. Right. I know it seemed a bit harsh to be skimming over, but we're just explicitly trying to find information that'll help us with stuff. Okay. And then the Blake history, which we already looked at. Yeah. Okay. And no new books here, I don't think. We'll have a quick squiz at them. That's already read. Oh my gosh, why did I do that? Milesians. Gnosticism, nothing new there. Irish gods. We already did that. That was weird. It like panned really slowly just then. Wilhelmina Blake, we got nothing on her. Like Mary Blake, we already read. Okay. Percival Blake. Nothing new. I don't think there's gonna be anything for medical research. No. The Egyptian archaeology we've already finished the quest line of. Click the medical just in case. Yeah, it's just that one thing. Nothing of use in here. Alright, well we've very thoroughly investigated our library, but we now have in our records... I don't remember what that was under. This. Discussable with the kid. Everything is to be discussed with the kiddo. Alright, you.
Hello, Miss.
Okay, let's
I
see
hope you
your
have
reflection.
You, sir, have no idea. My sight, my second sight, it's not quite back to me yet, but I don't need it to say how lucky I am. I know Victoria acted, well, she acted, and she made mistakes, as did I, in chasing a husband without discussing it with her, and what that could mean for us. I'm still coming to terms with it, I think. That someone so dear to me could break my trust. But I also know she wasn't entirely herself. And her haste brought my freedom too. I don't know what comes next for us, but
That is a priceless gift. And Darach, dear, sweet Darach, he trained me in the sight, you know. How to manage it, how to hide it from others. For him to be in this place when I needed him most, to have acted against Miss Dean and gotten us the key. And, of course, you, sir. You found the materials and returned them to us. You have given us a chance at a future together. And we will never forget that. Thank you.
You manage to keep an air of innocence about you. Thank you, sir, though I fear my innocence is nearing its end. Not because of this seance, but through the events surrounding it. I begin to suspect it ties in with my diminishing visions. The heather? It is white Scottish heather, supposed to be for good luck. Dear Mr. Hunter would braid it in my hair when I was a girl, and it stuck. He worked on my family's estate years ago, you see. Yeah, okay.
I'll let you be.
Take care.
Okay, we've listened to your bullshit. Can we listen to your bullshit now? What's your
How
learnings?
are you feeling now that the situation is resolved?
Of course, I am thrilled with the outcome, but I am less thrilled with my behavior.
Oh, you think?
I could blame a lot of it on Miss Dean, or this house, maybe even just the time of year or the event itself. But my training works against me here. I have to own my anger, frustration, and mistakes from this past week. I have some work to do to regain Ivy's trust. It's possible I never will. But even if I lose her, she will be free. And that is worth everything. So thank you.
The mental encounters one? You don't mean the ghosts, do you? I've seen some strange things. Ivy calls them ghosts. I've no better explanation. There was a woman upstairs in the atrium. Took her for another guess, but when I went to say hello, she was just gone. I do believe many things have rational explanations, and maybe Ivy's vision and the young woman I saw have a practical explanation. But for now, Mr. Ward, in my own way, I do confess I believe in Ivy's visions, and while improbable, ghosts no longer seem impossible.
That's all.
Farewell, Mr. Ward.
Yeah. You.
Yes.
He's not very forthcoming about things. I'm just gonna say, you know. Evelyn. She's one of the guests I have not met yet, though everyone else seems to have their little histories with her. I see. Who are our suspects? I think I've already talked to him about all of our suspects, because the people that we have were Coventry, him, and Blake, and I don't have any... Can't ask him about that. You were at the ball last night, Father? I was. I assume you too ingested whatever we were given? I did, but not knowingly. You may save your confessions. You saw them. The pretense was dropped once we saw through this black iron prison and saw reality for the hell it is. Would that they understood what we've witnessed. Then we could all turn our efforts to freeing ourselves. Alas, for them it was all party games, so they remain lost. Seen a large shadowy figure stalking the grounds. What do you make of this, Father? Ah, I knew it. There's an E on here. How it got here I don't know, but I'll find it. You'll have to forgive me, child. I lost the run of myself for a moment. This place has us all on edge, no? We noticed a strange device in the atrium. I've seen it. I'm told it tracks our readiness for the main event, but I believe it tracks us. What has you at an event like this one? If I was to tell you, child, you could not believe me. The truths I bring are too vast for the mind of most. There's more to be done here than speaking with a memory from history. Such pointless pursuits stop us from true freedom, true ascension, and now I see I've already lost you. Do you know Master O'Finn? Know him? No, but we have talked. It's always refreshing to learn how others perceive this reality. Have you experienced strange things since coming here? This place is not without its unusual quirks, but there's not much here I haven't encountered before elsewhere, yet. I'm hopeful that something truly unique can be found here.
I'll go with God.
Okay, so he didn't know her beforehand at all. That's almost all of his things. Shoes are medium. He has maps. His attempts at drawing are poor. What were the letters? We got one person left that we can ask about this, but he doesn't exist right now. He's missing a ton of Irish magic in the walled garden. A tome of old magic. Oh, what's that torn up letter over there? Where are you? Miss Callahan. I just don't know. Again, I still don't want to be wasting time on our thing if we can have it. There's a bunch of people. This in the telegraph room. Oh, everyone's in the fucking library. Let's go. Is that not just where I was? Maybe I needed to go out and come back to refresh it. But apparently everyone's here, according to that. Oh, she do be. Hello.
Ah, Declan.
Okay, let's go through some shit, my love. Tell me about Jonathan Blake. I thought I did, not as closely or personally, but as a figure I reckoned I knew him. He goes and runs an event like this, and he's a very different man than he was a few years ago. Okay, what do we know about Walter? I've heard of him. Every local has. Had hoped I'd get a good look at him while I was here, but he really does stick to shadows, doesn't he? he's a vampire. But I don't think he's a murderer. You make him Mr. Coventry. He's not the sort you might see at an event like this. He has no interest in the occult, or the scene, as kids call it. Grief can do strange things to a person, not that I've seen much in the grieving process. Me neither. What need do I have of a priest? I'm not dying. I'll say this. Some people are so caught up in a world that could be that they're blind to the world they're already in. Seamus. Bit of a blank slate there, like he's blocked something out. Poor dear could do with a hug. Has blocked something out, but how do we get past the block? You stay away from that one, lest she try to take of what's of value to you. Okay, we've just been warned, but that's okay. Alright, let's go through these things, because she has a bunch. Can you tell me about Tir na Nog? It's the home of the gods, Declan, and not just the gods. The fair folk are now dead too. It's sort of underneath us and it isn't, as the way of such places. But it's there enough that coming and going is possible through passageways found at places of great power, once the day is dark. Caverns like Owenagats, or cans of important people or dolmens. Significant ways under, down and through. What do you know about the name Goibnu? Smithing god, same as Breed. My understanding is his work focused more on war, weapons and armor, you see, whereas her work was more for daily tasks, horseshoes, tool spots and the likes. Can you speak on the Morrigan? What can I tell you? She's a blood-hungry madwoman, or that she's a great saviour of this land, mother of monsters and lover of mankind. Perhaps she's all of it. Perhaps she's not. Maybe she's that and more. I don't truly know. I don't walk her path and I've not met her. The monks who wrote down our ways edited our ways. So is she the villain they made her out to be? Maybe, but I'd wager she was more likely just powerful, strong and headstrong lass. That's villain enough for those monastic boys. The Caliph. Aye, a bit, aye. It's her I welcome in when I form the circle and make space for intentions to form. I've sat on her chair at the spring equinox to welcome the days, and then again on the autumn one to bid them farewell. I've crawled through her house on Sleeve Gullion and caught a glimpse of the underworld. In return, she sometimes visits me in my sleep and teaches me a trick or two. It's from her that I have the Shalak. What's the Shalak? What can you tell me about Tua de Danan? The old gods. They're around us in the hills, the rivers, the valleys, just below the surface, where some other places can be sometimes found. I like that. I like when I'm angry with a god, I can go to their house and yell at them. Breed? Well, as the Calic is the winter, they say Breed is the summer, one of the fairest and most loved goddesses. It's said that when her son was killed by Goibnu that she keened the first keening. All other keening since is her sharing sorrow with mortal kind and knowing their pain of loss. What can you tell me about the Milesians? That's the race of men who came to this island and battled the gods for the right to stay. Funny, we first fought them, then worshipped them. Then we largely forgot. I like that more than worshipping the gods. We all lost in the end. Myself. Did you know Miss Dean hails from a powerful Milesian bloodline? That's what I've been hearing, at least. Does she now? That little one, does she... Oh, I've spent too much time. I've no time to spend on bitterness, Declan. I'll hope she miraculously puts it to good use and leave it at that. Can you tell me about the Fae, the other folk you mean? I'd be careful, especially here now. As we get near Samhain, the veil gets thinner and thinner. It's not only ghosts that draw near. Okay. My documents, my observations, the hauntings. Seen anything of the sort? There's more spirits here than any one place should have, Declan. I can tell you that. A generosity of ghosts these past 250 years started with the bloody wound Cromwell cut into this land and carried on through the generations of Edward Blake's depraved descendants. Might I ask how you came to have the white streak in your hair? I don't think I've seen its like before. Had it all my life. You should have seen me with it when I was a little girl. Some people believe it's a sign of wisdom to be born with such a thing, you know. Now, I can't say for certain that's true, but I do like the idea. The Celtic cross. This will just keep the priests off my back. Between you, me, and Declan, I don't much care for those new gods. Up on high on golden thrones? Ah. I prefer the old gods, walking and working the land side by side with us. I believe I've seen the jewelry of your sort before. A lot of it's handmade. Some of it brings me luck, some of it protects me, but they're old crafts to be sure, but not soon forgotten. See your handy with the needle and thread? I can stitch up jumpers and the wounds. All part of the work. No need throwing something out when all it needs is a mend.
You
I
take
think
care now, Dick.
we have exhausted her conversations. We are signing in here. Meow. Busty. Anyone else? I thought there were more than that on the map, but maybe not. I blame the priest. No, that's everyone. Alright, ton of people at the bar. And our old friend at the atrium. And in the dining... Why is he in the dining room? Oh. All these people at the bar currently. But he shouldn't be in there. Why is he there? That room's locked. Probably okay. Let's go into the East Tower. And then we should be able to get into that little area behind the kitchen. Whoop. Okay, from the East Tower. Ground floor. Maybe not. I don't know what that extra room is. I guess that's how we're gonna sneak out later. Alright, well I guess I can't go in there to find him. So we'll go up to the bar. We got 10 minutes of the day left, of the time left. And then we have to meet the dude for the thingy. Alright, you. We got anything more for Doyle?
Hello again.
Let's see if we've got anything else we can ask him. We haven't actually asked him about Blake. Doesn't deal with me much. He'll talk to Varley, who passed commands down from up on high. Suits me. I don't like the idea of nobility pushing us about. I like forgetting about him, pretending I work in a normal hotel. Well, maybe not normal. We met Mr. Coventry, kindly old guy who's strangely smug under it all. Yeah, I met him. He was buying drinks for Miss Dean like it was nobody's business. Rich old guys love tossing their cash around to impress the ladies. Doesn't sound like someone in mourning, does it? You ever seen anything here larger than a ghost, a shadowy figure? Sir, sorry, if you need help with something tangible, I'm your man. This stuff? No. Okay, well, what can you tell me about this bull, then? They act so high and mighty, but these people, there's not much difference between them and us. They just like to pretend there is, that's all. Was it good? No. Wasn't my kind of gathering. Shame, looked fun from out here.
I'll leave you.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. Let's get it.
We meet again.
Alright, what do you know? Do you know much about the Marquess? He could have had so many marriage proposals and still be single is beyond me. Did he not see the girls being laid out before him? Certainly a good path to forget a wife would be a newer, younger one, eh? Him. She must have been a remarkable woman for him to hold her in such regard. Okay, Walter. The boy died in the carriage accident with his mother, no? Oh, shit. Have you spoken much with Father Sinnott? He doesn't seem like the kind of talker. If I were to guess, he's here to observe. Perhaps there's some sort of Catholic doctrine against this sort of thing. I wouldn't know. Seamus? How a chap like him gets hired in a place like this. Then again, if everyone is lazy drunk, what choice do you have?
Good day, Mr.
Good day.
Oh, shit.
Mr. Ward.
Alright, what have we got left then? Oh. Only a little. He joined us for bridge the other night. I know his type. The quiet, stoic nobleman. Not exactly the one to host such a large event such as this. Alright, that's our last
Good day,
last
Mr.
question
Ward.
that we have for him. Holy shit, it's 8 o'clock. We did it. Silent dinner in the dining room. We're about to get teleported, aren't we?
Mr. Ward.
I don't think I can ask. Alright, we're gonna be quick though. Can't say, why would I be? Fathers have sons, families have heirs. Okay. I don't want to ask him about Coventry.
Good day.
Let's quickly... Everyone else is already gone, we're late. Okay. It's just letting me talk to her because we're standing there. Okay, the dinner. Atrium. Dinner. This way. You, hi. Talk.
Mr. Ward, will you be joining the silent dinner?
Was I not meant
A
to?
reminder, sir, that the silent dinner is different to the other meals. Silent being the operative word here. No talking, please. Unless you'd like to upset our guests. And they're unnerved by staring, so none of that. Secondly, there will be no staff. We'll be having our own meal in the servants' hall. Though, of course, your food has already been prepared. Thirdly, I've been told to impress upon you that this is a deeply spiritual event. If you feel the need to leave, that's fine, but don't disturb anyone. That should be all, if you'll allow me to show you to your seat.
Wait, was I meant to come in for this? I'm pretty sure I was, right? Oh?
Ghosts? Lord save me. I cannot get used to this. Laura? She returned for this, despite being freed. Mrs. Lau's husband. Is that Mary Blake? Why is she facing away? Alexander Quinn? Eamon? I did not think that you could actually could have actually. I suppose I shouldn't stare. Varley said it upsets them. Then, I suppose, all there is to do is eat. What is this? There is a key here. The note reads, Blake residence now. Mrs. Joyce, I assume. Perhaps it's a good time to investigate, since the Marquess and most of the guests appear to be here.
Okay. Let's get into it. Like 2 of them at the bar that aren't participating. Who's... Oh. The priest is at the walled garden, hanging outside the garden. Why? What's happening in the garden that he's so set on? Alright, oh, we need to figure out how to get out of here. Walled garden, the Blake residences. Alright, so we need to get to the northeast corridor and then out. It's fine. So many statues. Alright, what's our annex basement? There's 2 doors. Basement, annex, entrance hall. It's the entrance hall. Is that the front of... Are you sure? Entering the Blake residence is a point of no return. What? Okay. That's fine. I think we have to go there, right? That's just straight up it. Let's do it. I can't do anything else until I've spoken to the kids, so it's all boarded up. Mrs. Joyce was right. Things are not right here. Skull. Is this fresh? Okay. Alright, locked doors are all the same. What's this? Debris. Only Ofin, Dean, and Mantovani's names are here. Papers scrolling are largely indecipherable and many pages are ruined from liquid being spilt on them. Gather mystic, seance will channel their life energy. Psychic jolt. When the veil is at its thinnest, open the portal. Wake the god from its sleep. Each letter S has been drawn over in red ink. Don't worry about the bottle of that. Debris. Okay, hang on. I need to go back and count what the number of things we've done. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Welcome on in, Julep. I hope you're doing well. What did I say? 5, and I had 59, so we're down to 54. This is a lock. Is it locked? What's the dealie here? 54. Accidentally hit enter. Well, I don't know that feeling. 54. 53. Lab. Secret laboratory. Sort of lineage map. Eba Finn, Megan, Ehrman. Names are struck out, but 2 are circled. Evelyn Dean and Domino Finn, 52. Third lineage has been erased after the name Grania. 52. Gate is sealed by 3 locks, each requiring the blood of the Milesian who locked it. 51. Part science, part occult. Yeah, I know, I get it. Well, I understand the text as a whole, but there's parts of the grid have been circled. 74. Oh god, I can't think about numbers right now. That's okay, we'll be able to come back to this. We're on 50 after this, though. Can't imagine what this represents. 50. Harnesses lightning. 50. 50. It's a table of elements. I don't even really care about that. Oh my god. Distilling power from blood. 49. 48. Animals in jars. Magic and fringe. 47. Yeah, these are records. Journals. 46. Are you sure? I've got 46 minutes left. I wonder if these are related to the ring numbers in the maths book. Ah. Where was that? Where did I fucking see that? This one. Okay, we got 74, 53, 26. 74. W. 53. I. Wife. Do I need to look at all these though? This doesn't necessarily seem important. Scrolls of dark magic. Records of experiments. Chemicals and poisons. It's another. What's this? Notes. Yeah. Oh. Financials, including land and other assets. Books written in many languages. Blueprints of the grounds. Alright. I think I got what I needed from that. The chemical thing just said wife. Locked gate. Why are they locked? Is it to do with... Okay, so... I took the elevator up and got behind that. I can do that though. Alright, can I go up? Must be allowable to Blake. Oh, I need a key? No, I've missed something. I have to actually do. Wife. Okay, there was a clue that said wife. So... There's got to be a way to get the key to get in there. I've missed something. Okay, so I have to look at everything in here. Where? Oh. Phrenology. Must be a code, but which buttons and in which order? Okay. These are all the chemical symbols, right? But I can't see the W. CTE, Bergosser. See. There it is, W. And then there's one that's just an I. And then FE. Which is iron. I have a deficiency of that. The floorboard's shaking. Okay, a door. A door. A shrine to Mary Blake. I don't think I should touch anything in here. Okay, so we physically can't interact with anything. Good lord. It's bad. Oh my goodness. Sir, this is just not healthy. Alright. Things is out here. Scroll. Blake lineage back as far as Edward Blake, who built it. One branch has been erased. Can't make any names, but they could be cousins of the Marquess. Once taken the fort here, Edward Blake forced himself on the chieftain's daughter. Her name was Grania, and she bore him a son. Thus was the Blake line carried on, intertwined with the people of this place. There's no record of what happened to her after the birth. The letter P has been crawled all over the page with red ink. Wait, what's this? Here. Can I... Why is there a thing sitting on it? It's just that? More fucking newspapers. Another statue. She's holding a skull. Alright. This is where he's sleeping. Irish mythology, magic in the old world. Section on Tirnanog being circled. We will send that thing through the portal in exchange for Mary. The letter Y has been circled. Spy. So we've got the word spy now. Something interesting in here. I'm sure there is. Find the safe code. Safe code. What else is in this room? Ah, here we go. A camera. Remove the lens cap. Just light. Am I missing something? Probably. It looks like a... It's a well-lit one. How do I force it to let me... Oh? Ah. Under the mattress. Note. Birth records with all names marked off. Jonathan and Walter. It must be. So you know, three numbers. What's the range on this safe thing? I wonder if it's the same as the... Turn the dial left for the first, right for the second, third. It's probably the same thing again. So let's just get out of that without doing anything. And then let's have a look at these records. Where are you? Oh. Yeah. What round numbers? It's gonna 74, 53, 26. I don't think there's anything that goes that high on a safe. Yeah, no, it only goes up to 39. So we need to find a set of 3 numbers that go no higher than 39. I can't. $18.84. It's not. Some numbers are too high for that. Oh, there is 16, 15, 39. 16, 15, 39. Let's try that. I know. Alright. 16, 15, 39 around. It's so far around. Oh, thank fuck. Save contents. Slides. And instructions. A stone with a hole carved in the center. Why would this be safe? Hagstones will keep us safe during the seance. Make sure Walter has one. Beautiful. Alright, now we've got slides. Yeah, I get it. Alright, add slides. Oh, I hate my life. Stars. This is gonna be a bunch. Yeah, there's a pattern. But I'll adjust the dials and see if a solution will make itself clearer. What does this do? Okay. Oh. I've seen this before in my dreams. I wonder. I fucking wonder. Can we, like, do the thing? Oh, same shape. Yeah, I know. Oh, anyway. There we go. Alright. And this one we have to start in the middle to get through it. Yep. Okay, from here. On the bottom to the... Oi. Holy moly. See, I got there eventually. I just was looking at the wrong typing things for the numbers. Also, there's an ad about to start. Thank you. Through the hole. I hadn't expected that. What are you hiding? A lot of things, apparently. Seem to be in an empty closet. Yeah, but there's a door. Huh. All sealed itself up. There's no going back. Well, that's cool. Oh, all the baby shoes. Children's shoes awaiting breaking in. Alright, Walter, I'm coming for you. You little shit. I think Walter's possibly dead, which is a problem. But he's coming. Oh, what's he doing here?
My boy, it is time. I know this is hard for you. But think of your mother. Your sacrifice will bring her back to us. And bring you back to me. Your chair gone. Your voice restored. You will not be dead for long. I promise.
Sorry to interrupt, sirs. They're ready for you at the seance.
Did I waste all the time, or was this always
Yes,
a planned event?
of
Like,
course.
is that where we're at?
What on earth?
Oh, young master, you look so smart. His mother would be so proud.
The fuck?
She will be, yes. We had best get moving. Time, as they say, waits for no man.
So the questions that we're asking the boy of the ghost of the boy? Like, what the fuck?
The chair was empty. But both the Marquez and the housekeeper spoke as if it wasn't. Were they under another spell? Oh, he must be. I've seen his portraits in the manor.
I pressed the button too early. Spotless alphabet blocks arranged to spell the word God in a wheelbarrow. And good as new. Okay, there's a bunch of toys that all look like new. Children's books. More books. Little White Rabbit, The Value of Being Kind. Can't imagine it's ever been read. Bed that doesn't look slept in. Empty nightstand. Brand new bear. Oh my gosh. What the fuck? Polish isn't even scratched. Okay. So many toys and none of it's... Little girl lives with the grandfather in the mountains. The pages are stuck together like it's brand new. Story about a little boy's adventure on the hunt for long-lost treasure. No indication ever been opened. Toy soldier in mint condition. Jack in the Box. Springs are stiff with disuse. Strewn about as if they've been used, but absolutely pristine. Collection of short stories for small children, each imparting a biblical lesson. It looks completely untouched, yet it's lying on the floor as though it's just being read. Okay, so he's already gone down. Now that one's locked. Portrait, I wonder. What? Observations.
The young master is here, but... No. Wait. This paint is different. It's fresher. Newer. Somebody has added him to the picture and altered the mother's arms to hold him. He isn't real. He is a fabrication that the Marquess and the staff seem to believe is real. But why?
Oh shit. Mary Blake, and her expression is unhappy. Jonathan Blake, he looks younger here and more content. There's a glint of something missing from his expression. Hunger? Sorrow? I can't tell. Okay, we found a lot of things in here, apparently. Jonathan Blake intends to resurrect his wife to... Oh, wait, no. Wants to sacrifice, sorry, to... Wait, but she isn't real. Okay. Wants to sacrifice his... son to resurrect his wife, but Walter Blake isn't real. Wait, what? Oh, redeem. Sorry, I clicked the wrong button. Resurrect.
Walter Blake seems to be a shared hallucination between at least the staff and the Marquess. But the paintings of him, they are very real. He has been freshly painted in over original paintings. It's a very good forgery. I only realized when I knew to look for it. How can that be?
There was a Walter Blake who... Hang on. Paintings of him are very real, being freshly painted in over original paintings. Hired
This
artist?
volume of work needed.
I guess, okay. It was a Walter
Perhaps.
Blake. No.
This
Culprit
level
is a
of
painter.
replication, not just here but in all the portraits, suggests the culprit is an expert artist. I have picked up another fact about the culprit.
I guess we found our
I wonder
person,
if there's anyone I
100%.
could eliminate as a result.
I
And
mean-
if not, what investigating can I do to allow me to learn some useful facts?
Blake residence is solved. Walter Blake cannot be saved. He's not a real boy, but some form of mass hallucination. Ritual doesn't seem like anyone's gonna survive. It's also my last chance to find and save Evelyn Dean. Alright, let's that's it. You're our person, I guess. Alright. So it is Coventry. Because it can't be Synod. And I don't think Blake can do anything because he's like working with something that's not real. But we never learnt the connection between these two, and that's what bothers me. We didn't get to the bottom of Doyle and Synod as a mystery. Like, we've got the culprit. How do I, like... That's definitely our person, but... Yeah, now, I never finished the thing for that, and I feel really bad. We've got the Oddstone to protect us. A ritual intended to... Oh my gosh. That's really annoying. What do we do? Go to the map. Okay. We have to go back this way, don't we? Ah, I missed 2 of them. I'm so annoyed. But I physically could not find anything else. There was just no more information. I lost track of time. The seance will be starting soon. I need to get out to the hedge mage. Hedge maze. Fuck, why can't I say that phrase? Alright, well... I'm not gonna be able to save the last 2. And there's nothing I can do about it. I blame the squeaky door too. God, I hate that door.
The circle is sealed. We call now upon the spirits.
Looks like they've begun. So there's nothing I can do at this point, I'm assuming. Like, there's no one I can talk to or... I never connected them. I couldn't get it done. Wait, unless they're the descendants? I don't want to walk into a circle. That seems silly and dangerous. There's an empty space. There's multiple empty spaces. It's for me, waiting for me. I shouldn't keep them waiting. Yeah, we should. We should definitely tell them that they can't fucking do it.
Come forth.
Because I did not get my perfect ending.
Be heard by us.
Fucking, I don't know what I could have done to have finished that.
Ageposco. Nego te recusare.
Good lord.
Upsetty spaghetti. I killed 2 people. I'm alive, I'm okay, but Carmela, she's... And the others I don't know. Apprehend the suspect. She dead. Okay. Flashing body. Floating body. If I stop the ritual, I can save, right? Save them. Maybe. I don't know where everyone was standing. How am I meant to, like, apprehend the fucking suspect? I don't know who they all... Oh, they went this way. Okay.
What are those things?
Probably things I shouldn't be staring at. Buffet, is this the portal? Magic doorway.
The energy goes this way. But how? My head.
Speak your name to enter.
It wants the culprit's name. But who?
So to be Coventry.
Welcome, Simon.
There's the crest. All these fucking paintings in here. Dedication. Oh. Notes on the ritual I found under Miss Dean's bed. Mr. O'Finn's too. Rough notes. O'Finn recognized me after all these years. He was only a child when I came to his camp seeking their wisdom. Even my own flesh and blood didn't know me. In hindsight, I was probably memorable enough, a wealthy outsider coming to ask of their god. I shouldn't have panicked and attacked him though, that was risky. Ugh, what if he'd outed me? Thankfully, I played in those catacombs as a lad and knew all their secrets. My back's in agony today for it. I've taken a bottle to ease the pain. By tonight, my back troubles will be a future problem. This time, I'll care better for my joints. Norman Blake died in church cave-in. It says buried as he lived, alone, is scratched over frantically. Piles of papers.
A collection of papers, a birth certificate, and a journal. It's the birth certificate of a Henry Blake, who seems to be the older cousin of Jonathan Blake, the actual heir to the title and lands here. His father died when he was still a young lad. Rather than pass the title and lands to Henry, an attempt was made on his life by Jonathan Blake's father. Henry's mother took him and fled. She died soon after, leaving him alone in the world. All he had were his father's notes, the notes that resulted in his death. Among them, the sigil. He spent much of his life studying the occult to make sense of the sigil. And eventually, much older, he returned to the manor. Armed with the understanding of the ground's secrets, he had adopted the identity of Simon Coventry, a man who had also recently lost his wife. Over this, he bonded with the Marquess, and used that to gain the access he needed to search the grounds. He found the chamber his father had died opening, and was able to get inside. That is where he discovered Guivenu, locked in a deep sleep. The god's dreams already coloured by the events happening around him. Coventry took advantage of this through prayer and something he calls his Shrine of Images. And Guivnu's dreams reshaped the minds of everyone around him into thinking there was a Walter Blake who's been crippled in the accident that killed his mother. Because to unlock the gate he needs Blake blood. It says here they are the last of the third Milesian bloodline. The Marquez will kill himself, thinking he both kills and frees his son. The god's dream can't force anyone to act outside of their interest. He couldn't be made to kill himself, but he could be tricked into doing it for the right reason. Then with Blake gone and the god freed, Coventry will ask for his reward, to have his youth returned. He will then take his place as the heir in the form of Walter Blake, the son with paintings, documents and mesmerized staff to vouch for him as the next in line to the title.
Simon Coventry's goal is to free the entity in order to assume the role of his... Yep. What? In order to assume the role of his... to inherit his ancestral home. Because his real his ousted heir identity, Henry Blake. The goal is to free the entity to assume the role of his... Oh, it should be nephew, right? Is nephew an option? He wants to assume the role of his, I don't know, relative, something. Assume the role of his... magical fabrication. Maybe? Okay. That was so confusing, and I don't know why.
Simon Coventry is really Henry Blake, ousted heir of the Blake title and fortunes. He has returned with the intent of using magic to reclaim what was taken from him. I need to stop him.
I can't, because I left two of the people. It's like a photograph of Walter Blake, but the writing on the back says Henry Blake, 1836. Yes, it's literally his own childhood that he's sticking on in there. Right. There's the paintings. Reference has Henry Blake, 1840 written on the back. So it's his own... He's just sort of inserted his own childhood over the top of it. So all that's left is this one now. So we've got the sigil. Alright, let's continue onward. Hang on. Is that the... Wait. What? Miss Dean, this is where it was brought. Bedding. Some notes and stuff on here. Research materials. Okay, so he's been hiding down here for a hot minute. So where does this lead to? Oh, here we go. I reckon it is going to be this simple. That's our point of whatever. There we go. Now we stand here. Let's get into the church. Nah, it's more of them. They're closing in on the church. Yeah, well, don't go towards them. You want to go in here. Take me to church. How do I... What? Okay. How do I get... How can I view him? It's just, it keeps like popping up, but then not. Oh my gosh, can you... The Reverend. There we go. He's been murdered. Okay. I never went back into the church. Oh my gosh, that's why I couldn't solve it. I didn't go back in on the Sunday. Okay, enough. The fair inside the church. Yeah, we're gonna keep moving. Keep on moving on anyway. Welcome in, Harika. How you doing? Okay, this is a thing that's definitely happening. Ritual chamber. There's our god. He's trapped him. Commentary, Henry Blake. He's praying to the entity. To the smithing god. Govnir. No. Can't look at any of that. That seems like it might be important, but okay. Machinery. That's...
It's Mr. O'Finn. He seems to still be alive.
What do you mean you can't see a way to open it? There's a fucking handle there.
Miss Dean! I need to find a way to get...
Yeah, well, if you were looking at the paper instead of ignoring everything, Miss Dean is alive. Huh? It's our last man.
No, Walter.
I'm going okay. You had a good day so far?
No tears now. Not long to go. Mummy will be home soon. Thanks to you. A big, brave boy. This will only hurt a moment. Then Daddy will talk with the floating man and bring you and her back. Then we'll all be together again. One big, happy family. What are you doing here? I won't let you stop this.
Need to get through to him. With what, exactly? Can we just punch him? Wait, what? Wait. Sake. Meow. At least I can game now and chill on Twitch? Hell yeah. Alright. We need to create a hypothesis. Alright, you cannot something your something. You've been something by something, so he can take over your something. Okay, you cannot save your family. You've been tricked by Henry Blake, so he can take over your ancestral home. We're kind of at the end of it now, but it's been a sprawling murder mystery. Although no one's actually been murdered yet. Oh no, we just saw that the priest got murdered. I don't know. We've been trying to solve a big mystery.
Fool. But I would have all I could ever.
Had some supernatural thingies and...
Who was restraining me? And where is my son?
Uh-oh.
Where is my boy? He should be here, shouldn't he? No.
There's a whole bunch of people at a big manor trying to hold a seance, and we're there to find out what's happened to one of them.
I thought. No. I didn't. They were not my thoughts. Not at all.
You know, this dude's like
Put there
really quick to accept this.
is no Walter. Just a cruel illusion. Oh, my boy, taken from me. And Mary, my Mary, she is truly gone. Never coming back. Who would make a man think such things? Have such hope? You're right. I have been fooled by a relation I did not even know existed. Fooled by the only real flesh and blood that I have.
Yeah, you done fucked up, my friend. Oh, he Engie.
Get off me, you fool!
How could you do this to me? You gave me hope. You gave me a son. Only to take them from me?
Some lucidity, is it? I am only doing to you what your grandfather did to me. I should have been the Marquess of Dune, and I will be. Islam, Jonathan! You will be nothing!
Oh. Going slurping. Looks like he got his blood either which ways. The Marquess could not be saved. He tricked into sacrificing himself. Okay, well, the ritual. I'm not super happy about this. Hang on, one's been broken. Where's my records? We want the sigils. We want closed and square with a butterfly and a line. Right? Standing stones? Oh shit. We need to close the portal.
The Tuatha Danann and the Milesians faced off for the final time at the Battle of Tal'Tiu. After much death, a truce was called. They agreed to halve the land between them. However, the Milesians tricked the gods by claiming the top half, so the Tuatha Danann went below ground through this here portal. We even stayed behind to build a lock for the portal that could only be opened again by him and the 3 Milesian leaders, using their blood. Once the portal was closed, he fell into a deep slumber, from which his dreams inspired those who lived here for millennia. Until war came to the land once again.
You're going to blame the bloody
Oliver
Brits
Cromwell
again.
and his forces arrived, led in this region by Edward Blake. They killed those living here, the people Guivna had formed a bond with over the generations. Their blood seeped into this chamber and tainted his dreams. He felt alone and scared. He feels alone and scared still.
God of War had a big sads.
He just wants to go home to his people.
Okay. That's the open. We want the close. Getting a Mary. Henry Blake wielded grief like a whip to a slave. I'm gonna remember it off the top of my head. It's this. This is what we need to use. So there's a square and a diamond and a line down the middle and also a butterfly. Square, diamond, butterfly. Oh my gosh. To arrange them in the way to perform a sigil here. Well, what sigil? Well, I know what sigil. Let me just do it. It's got to be the closed one. 2 out of 3 chamber sigils found. We never found the third one. Really? Fuck. Oh gosh. Okay. We have a problem. It's got to be this one, and then this one, and then in the middle, that one. Probably lots of things. Imprisoned for all eternity. Something deep inside of me is screaming not to get closer. Okay, so I can't go that way. It's a broken stone. We can't, like... There was a pillar. Okay, let's have a look around. It's not these. They're just the stones, and there's nothing, like, written on the back of them. It wouldn't let me look at the paper that he had around. Is this one? No, it's just a sandwich. Not a sandwich. That's the sigil that he was drawing everywhere. I can't go back out because the thingies are outside. It's nothing to do with the vats or the machinery. That's the control panel. No, there's only the one. How infiltrated the mind. Blah 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 blah. He's just talking about a picture. Yeah, there's nothing else here. I can't go up there to have a look. It's like he just gets stuck staring at that and then drifts. There's only the swirlies on the ground. Unless you can see something I'm not clicking on. Because if that's the case, then no, I can't get out of the room. What? I didn't do anything. I just walked up the staircase. Am I out of time? Did I fuck it because I walked up the stairs? Did it just reset? No. Surely not. No, they're gone. I don't... Yeah, okay. That's alright. It must have been something that was elsewhere, which means I only have the 2. 2 out of 3, and I think... Oh, that's not... It's fine. We can do it. It's gonna have to be closed, I would assume, because you're, like... sending him home, right? Something's happening. Okay, so... Oh. No, I think I go this way. No, I said... I really struggle with some of the angles on these sigils. Lost it. Oh, did I let go of the button too soon? Fudge. Okay, let's try that again. As soon as I let go, I lose it. So, am I doing it wrong? The lines are all being covered, I thought. Oh, I didn't get from top to bottom. That's the problem. It's here first. There we go. That's my bad. Sorry. Sorry, everyone. I missed a whole line there. I was trying to work out what the fuck I was doing wrong, but yeah, it's because I started in the wrong spot. So I missed the top half of the middle line. So we close the portal. He's gone back in his little blood puddle. I like to call it a bloodle. But not really. Besties, I think I made a mistake. Oh no, we're good, we're good, we're good. He can open them. I thought I was meant to use, maybe should have used the open thing before the close, but we're okay. We close the portal, so the Fae folk should fuck off, right? But we still didn't have a perfect run. There's 2 people that I didn't save. They went up in flames.
So... This is where the man who saved my life spends his time.
You'll join me.
Yes. I think at the very least, I'll give you a drink.
Freed from the vase's curse, Miss Hisham became obsessed with seeking out other cursed items hidden across the globe. Miss Montavani's family were devastated with the news of her death, but at least her last wish had been carried out, and they were set for many comfortable years. Mr. O'Mara's angel led him deep into the unknown parts of the world. I never learned in search of what. With the curse lifted, Miss Quinn was free to raise her siblings in safety. She supported them only by her earnings as a poet. Mrs. Darcy disposed of her husband's ghost on her route home. She later turned the events of the manor into the acclaimed horror novel, Eldritch House. Mr. Hunter left the manor and spent his remaining years breeding champion horses for the MacLeod family. Free from his obligation, Mr. Dupre returned to New Orleans. With a newly opened mind, Mrs. Joyce accompanied him to the New World. Mr. Toussaint shared his account of the seance with his societal fellows, after which it was agreed he should spearhead a new department of supernatural investigations. He also published a paper, thoroughly correcting every element that Mrs. Darcy had embellished in her novel. Miss Callahan finally retired and passed the role of Dree on the Dr. Callahan. Mrs. Erickson destroyed all remnants of her magical persona and started a new life away from all things supernatural. With her family lands returned to her, along with the Quinn fortune, Miss Barbosa began a new life in Ireland. Mrs. Lau and Miss MacLeod retired to a cottage outside London. They never attended another mystical event. Mr. O'Finn went deep into the forest and was never seen again. Miss Murphy continued the studies she began under Miss Dean and used that power to create a better life for herself. With Miss Callahan's help, she was able to reunite with her daughter. Mr. Skerritt established the Skerritt Foundation, which set up schools and hospitals for the underprivileged. He is thought of fondly by those he helped. Mr. Varley used the treasure to purchase the manor. He turned it into a refuge for lost souls. He kept the name Blake Manor.
That is gonna fuck me off now. I have no idea what the fuck else I could have found for them. Like, I don't know. I just don't know. Was so close to having a complete perfect run, and I'm just pissed off now because it was so close. I just didn't know what the fuck else to do. Like, I was talking to people and no one really had any information. Nobody knew anything. I couldn't find any objects that were helpful. I read all the books. None of that gave me anything else. I do not know what I physically could have done to have saved them, or get those last two mysteries. It's just arga. Irritating. Even managed to save the characters I didn't even like. Ugh. I'm gonna do a speed run of this off stream so I can get those last two sorted. Now I know what I'm fucking looking at. But yeah. Well, we did it. I really enjoyed it. I was kind of worried I wouldn't enjoy it so much. So I kind of held off on buying it for a while because I was like, oh, I don't know if it's going to be something I really enjoy. But the writing was just really well done. The gameplay was engaging. Like, I was happy to dive into things, and it's very satisfying when you could get to the end of some of them. I did find a few of them, it was like, okay, well, this is fairly redundant. Like, it just felt, I don't know. I'd worked really hard to get all of these clues that I just didn't need for things. And the fact that dialogue never changed after the fact was, like, after you resolved everything for them, it was still exactly the same. And so it was sort of, you know, after, for example, Miss Lau and partner, when you go through their stuff, you know, you understand their relationship with Evelyn Dean and all that shit, but then you resolve all of that, and then when you talk to them after, they're like, oh, we don't know her, we've never really interacted with her, never met her. And I'm like, but what? So it's little things like that. I feel like they could have exactly have some of them go away. I mean, I understand it, I don't know, I guess it's to make you really think about the things you're clicking, but yeah, if they had been able to give you, I don't know, more in-depth dialogue, or maybe just update it, I think that would have helped. But I do understand why they didn't, because obviously a lot of time and everything went into this as it was, and that would require writing a bunch of different sets of dialogue for all the different characters and at different steps and whatever else. So, you know, I definitely understand the sort of reason behind why they wouldn't put so much time into that. But yeah, I mean, part of the point is to be figuring out the things you don't need. But yeah, I got really stressed out with those last two, because it didn't seem to matter what I looked at. There wasn't any real information I could find. So I just sort of, I don't know what I missed that would have caused it. The only thing I could really think of was I didn't investigate the, I didn't go into the church after the church service. Like, we went in and went through the church service, but then we didn't go back in after, so I didn't investigate anything in there. And I'm wondering if that may have been an appropriate place to go looking for things, given that one of them was a church. The other thing potentially, brain just went in a giant loop then, and now I've forgotten where I started. There was possibly someone who knew, and also I didn't attend all of the lectures, so I'm wondering if one of the talks that one of the guests did may have had that last piece of information, and that's why I didn't get it. But yeah, there was definitely, you know, a lot of pieces, and I tried to be within the bounds of the fact that we know that, you know, you can't physically do everything all the time. I tried to be kind of as thorough as I could with stuff, but yeah, I think if I played it over, I would definitely, there's a few choices that I would make differently, because there were conversations that I went into that I knew I didn't need to have, and I was just like, I want to click everything and learn everything about everyone all the time. But they're things you just don't need to ask them, because you know that they're not going to tell you anything useful, and it's just flavor text at that point. So yeah, I think I would be a bit more selective in the conversations that I was having. I mean, you have plenty of time. It's not that there's a time shortage. I mean, the last hour before the dinner, I was just burning through questions because I had nothing better to do. Because I didn't know what else to do, and I had thought at that point that I just needed to talk to the non-existent son for information about the priest and the dude. So clearly it was yeah, it was something that I missed very clearly, but I think it was good overall. The writing was good, the story was good, the art was really well done. I think the stylistic choices they made were fantastic. The voices I thought were largely solid. Like, I didn't have any real dramas with the voice acting. Some people were complaining about the voice acting in the comments and saying it was shit and all this, and I'm like, that's fine to me. So I don't know. I enjoyed it. I'd play another one of these. As I said, I'll probably speedrun it to see if I can get that last couple of things, but I don't know if the game itself has super high replayability. Because I mean, once you know the answer to it, it's kind of like, well, okay, that's going to be the solution every time I play. But it was definitely an enjoyable experience and well worth what I paid for it as well. So yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. And now it is 20 to 6 and I have stuff on early afternoon and have to be up, so I've got to like do things. So I should probably actually like read and go to bed. Definitely looking forward to whatever the developers make next. Hell yeah. I'd trust them with another game. I really appreciated the Irish law aspect of it all. It's not something you come across often, and yeah, I think they did a pretty good job. It was just fun, and I really had a nice time playing it. All the love, all the hype, and I will see you folks later. Thank you all for coming, and also thank you again to Amanda for the raid. I'll see you all again soon.